What lies beneath? This question preoccupied my mind as I dipped my GoPro camera below the swift surface of Agency Creek, where a pair of coho salmon went about their business. The female dug a red in the gravel to lay her eggs in, while the male guarded her from other potential suitors. Across the stream from me, standing patiently for me to finish my video, was a crew of volunteer high school students I had recruited from my old high school. They watched the fish with curiosity as I remained motionless along the stream bank, stretching my arm far into the icy cold waters. I struggled to keep my camera steady as my arm became numb. It wasn't until afterward that I saw how amazing the encounter really was. To think that just several years before, I had no idea what really lived in the Yamhill River. I had lived in Yamhill County my whole life. My father and grandfather, both seasoned fishermen, taught me how to fish these local waters that were just a hop, skip, and a jump away from home. When I was just 3 years old, my grandfather took me to the mouth of the Yamhill River. It was on this day that I caught my very first fish, a lively smallmouth bass. We would come here often in my youth to catch these hungry predators. However, all I knew of the river was from the lowest part, which was always murky and sluggish. It wasn't until many years later that I noticed a volunteer form one day on a job board at my school, asking for volunteers to assist the Greater Yamhill Watershed Council with steelhead spawning surveys on the Yamhill River. It was that moment that got my mind racing, since I could hardly believe this slow, muddy river could have one of the coolest fish species in Oregon swimming up it. From then on, I was completely involved with the Yamhill. I got to participate in many outings, counting steelhead and coho salmon amongst old-growth forests of the Coast Range. I desired to share these experiences with others and started taking volunteers out with me. Later, I started taking on a leadership role on the Watershed Council and assisting with various projects. My work with Watershed Council even propelled my professional career forward. My understanding of the Yamhill River has grown exponentially since I first saw that volunteer form. Though I've visited countless times, I still can't help but be amazed by Oregon's waterways and the wild things in them, and it drives my curiosity to ask that tantalizing question once more. What lies beneath?